The one thing that the rich buy that the poor don't. Have you ever admired the lifestyle of the rich? Especially when it comes to the kind of stuff they buy. Their wristwatches, their rides, their clothes, their houses, their hairdos and the likes. I can't wait to become extremely rich so that I can equally purchase similar items and more. Would I be right to assume that that's what you're thinking right now? Well, I guess so. That's why you're here, to find out the one thing that the rich buy that the poor don't. How do the rich even make their money? I mean, how are they able to afford these things? You see, a good number of us have it all wrong in our head when it comes to the subject of money. We think that working extremely hard is the way to acquire wealth. So, we are programmed to think of money and riches in that light. Hence, we work hard to be the best student in the class so that we can earn a certificate of excellence. This way, we will be able to get whatever position we desire and earn as much as possible so that we can become millionaires. Of course, it's a good thing to do. However, it is just about 10% of what you need to do to become rich. Knowing the one thing to buy that the rich buy that the poor don't is extremely important if you are going to be rich. In this video, we'll be sharing with you the one thing that the rich buy that the poor don't. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Ever heard of these words, assets and liabilities? Business Dictionary defines assets as an entity that has been acquired or purchased and that has money value, its cost, book value, market value or residual value. Simply put, asset represents the value of ownership that can be converted into cash. Liabilities, on the other hand, are the sum of money which an organization or an individual owes. Liabilities can come in form of accounts or wages payable, accrued rent and taxes, trade debt, short and long-term loans and the likes. In other words, an asset is something that pays you while a liability is something that costs you. From the definition of both terms, it should be pretty much obvious what the rich buys versus what the poor buys. In Robert Kiyosaki's best-selling book on personal finances, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the dads was very much intelligent with an incredible educational background. He had earned a PhD and completed 4 years of undergraduate work in less than 2 years. Also, he went to one of the prestigious schools in town on full financial scholarships. The other dad, on the other hand, didn't even finish 8 grades, yet he went on to become one of the richest men in Hawaii. How? Why? Assets. Unlike poor people, rich people let their money create more money for them. They buy assets first, invest and then buy liabilities. Poor people, on the other hand, take money from their income and spend it on their expenses. They spend it buying liabilities. Poor people buy shoes, clothes and a bunch of other little stuff that they think does not seemingly count. Inexpensive things that end up amounting to so much money. The middle class likewise spend their money on things they consider better than that of the poor, but still liabilities. For instance, the middle class buy things like big houses, nice cars, vacations, and pay for them on credit every month. After a while, their debts catch up to their monthly income and they become trapped in the things that ought to have been a source of happiness to them. Eventually, they are stressed out because they have to make more money to sort out their bills and buy more liabilities, such as another vacation, paying for their kids' school fees and the likes. They literally become workaholic, working several jobs at once in order to keep up with the lifestyle they have chosen. Note that a person can make a lot of money and still be poor because of the way they choose to spend their earning. In fact, it doesn't matter how much you earn, as long as you don't buy assets, you'll be poor on the long run. The spending habit is what differentiates the rich from the poor. The rich buy assets, which generate income until the assets cover their expenses completely and they no longer have to exchange their time in terms of being a workaholic for money. Their asset continues to grow making their income increase further, which is why the rich get richer. So, what kind of assets do rich people invest their money in? 1. Business. Make a list of 10 millionaires you know and show me any one of them that doesn't have a business. I bet it's hard to be rich except you build a business. Now, some people would say, but it takes money to start a business. Well, that's a big lie many poor people have believed for ages. But the truth is, it takes courage, not money, to build a business. Napoleon Hill said, "Capital is everywhere for whoever knows how to use it." 2. Real estate. Owning a property and simply renting it out to people to make passive income is one of the greatest assets anyone can acquire. This can help you earn a steady cash flow every month. It could be renting out a whole apartment or renting out smaller spaces or rooms in the apartment. You can even own a real estate investment trust. This means that you'll invest in a company that uses money from many investors to buy and operate income-producing real estate. 2. Stocks and bonds. You might not be able to start or own a business, but you can be a shareholder or become a partner in an existing one by investing in it via stocks and bonds. Stocks are equity investment that represents part ownership in a corporation and entities, which enables you to be part of that corporation's earnings and assets, while bonds are fixed income instruments that represent a loan made by an investor to a borrower, typically corporate or governmental, and can be thought of as an IOU between the lender and borrower that includes the details of the loan and its payments. 3. Commodities. Certain commodities are finite resources that will increase in value over time, such as gold, silver, metals, diamonds, oil and gas, vending machines and the likes. Warren Buffett, for instance, started with a pinball machine and today is one of the wealthiest men. In conclusion, I can tell what your financial future looks like if you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you earn money. If the first thing that comes to your mind is how to buy a new car or new clothes, you are a poor person. If, however, what comes to your mind is how to save and invest, then you are a rich person, because the rich get rich by investing in assets. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.